Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityaname Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatadeshtarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. It is very fortunate people, those who take birth. Fortunate souls who take birth as human beings. And among them, the fortunate ones has taken birth in Bharata Bhumi, where we have got the opportunity to progress spiritually very easily. Then those who take birth in Bharata Bhumi takes birth in Sanatana Dharma, then you are more fortunate. Among them who has taken birth in the Sanatana Dharma in the Bharata Bhumi, those who accepted and decided to understand the message of God and progress in this path, have devotion for God, are very, 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 very fortunate. So only the fortunate living beings can sit like this and discuss Srimad Bhagavata. Srimad Bhagavata is such a literature, it is meant for those who really want to end their material suffering. So Srimad Bhagavatam is not meant for somebody who is interested to enjoy materially. So it's very, very rarely people get an opportunity to hear Srimad Bhagavatam and experience the glory of Srimad Bhagavatam and enjoy that happiness in life. It is just like now you saw in the first chapter of Bhagavatam, we understood from last 3 sessions. Now today all of you received a sheet, just 3 sheets. This is complete chapter 2, and again I tell you, this is the notes which I made. It is not a very systematic what you say, the content. As I make notes, sometimes I have made some bullet points. So like that it is made for study. So it has some summary, so you know to make the notes as we speak. So you can just refer this in the future. So the first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, the scene is set that how all the sages of Naimisharanya received Suta Goswami very appropriately. So we discussed in this how to approach an advanced Vaishnava or advanced Vaishnavi. What is the etiquette? Glorify appropriately and approach with all humility and receive the knowledge from her, receive the knowledge from him. There is a process which we have seen how the sages of Naimisharanya approached Suta Goswami and elected him as a leader. Now you tell us, having reached there and having reached to Suta Goswami, next important thing which took place in the first chapter is they are asking appropriate questions. So asking appropriate question is also requires intelligence. And those who have larger vision in life ask appropriate question in spiritual path. Otherwise, we may end up reaching to a great exalted Vaishnava and ask a material question. Sometimes like people say, no, I don't have a job, can you please bless me to get a job? You go and beg Krishna. So this is very insignificant for Krishna to sanction. It is just like I gave the example. A old lady who is carrying firewood from the forest. From the head, the firewood stalk falls on the ground and she prays to Lord. Lord comes. What she can ask actually? Relieve me from this work. Give me gas connection. What did she ask? Slip from my hand, put it back on my head. Like that in the samsara of this world, we are sometimes so much after that we want to continue. We tell Lord, oh, give me one more headache. So that is not the intelligent way of doing. So the sages of Naimisharanya asked a very appropriate question. In this I have listed, you see in the first page, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, Q5, Q6. These are the 6 questions they asked. What is the absolute and ultimate good for people in general? They are asking people in general. They are not asking only for themselves. Again we discussed in the first chapter, this is the quality of a sadhu, quality of a saint, a devotee. A sadhu is that he is a well-wisher of everybody. He wants everybody to get benefit. Like some of you are going to do book distribution. Some devotees are going and distribute. You are giving Gita, why don't you take? You are not getting any profit in that. Are you getting any profit? No. You collected the book from temple at 300 rupees, you give it at 300 and give back to them. You are not getting anything. So you are well-wisher. If you do this, you also call some people, come to Gita class, come to temple, your friends you have called. Out of your concern and love for that person. So this is a symptom of a devotee. Without any expectation, the devotee puts an effort to help others. So this quality you can see in the sages of Naimisharanya. They are not asking for themselves. They are asking people in general. So asking appropriate question is an important requirement, is an intelligence. So now, these are the 6 questions. Explain the essence of all scriptures for the good of living beings. Why did Lord appear in the womb of Devaki and son of Vasudeva? Why did he appear? He could have achieved without appearing itself. That is the question. Describe the Lord's adventures in his various incarnations. Purushavataras. Purushavataras are one. You see this Bhagavatam book also, the picture, where you see there is a Vishnu and Garbhodha Krishna Vishnu. The Vishnu expands into many forms to create this world. They are called Purushavataras. So Adi, Krishna, then Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Anuruddha, Vasudeva. Then the Sankarshana further expands into Chaturvyuha form, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, Anuruddha, Vasudeva. Then Sankarshana then expands into the Mahavishnu. And it's also called Karanodakashai Vishnu. That Vishnu's body, all the planets are coming out. That Vishnu further expands into another Vishnu called Garbhodakashaya Vishnu, who stays in each universe, Brahmandas. From his navel the Brahma comes. That is why Vishnu's name is Padmanabha. So that is Vishnu's another expansion, Purushavatara. Next Purushavatara is a Kshirodakashaya Vishnu, where he stays in the island of milk ocean, Shweta Dvipa, where you read in the Krishna Avatara, all the devatas go to Brahma and Brahma goes to the shore of the Shweta Dvipa and begs for Vishnu, prays for Vishnu for solving the problem. Then Vishnu communicates to Brahma, soon I will appear as Krishna Avatara. All devatas, please ask them to take birth in the Kuru dynasty. I will come there soon. This is a message which is given by Vishnu to Brahma. So that is Shweta Dvipa, another Vishnu. These are called Purusha Avatars. So this honor will come as we study, we will hear more detail about all these things. So Purusha Avatars narrate the transcendental pastimes of the Lord's multi-incarnations. Like Vamana, Narasimha, Rama, all these are Leela Avatars, different Leela Avatars. Whom did the religious principles take shelter of after Lord Krishna's departure? Where did the principles, dharma, takes shelter after Krishna. And Krishna is there, Krishna is the shelter of dharma. Dharmantu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Bhagavat pranitam. Dharma cannot be created by us. Dharma is given by God. So dharma is rightly under Lord's lotus feet. When Lord's incarnation is over, he winded up his pastime and he has gone. Now where does dharma take shelter of? That's the question. So these are the 6 questions. Having received these 6 questions, the Suta Goswami begins to answer. Before that, the Vyasa is actually Vyasa Deva has written the entire Bhagavatam. Vyasa Deva is called Trikalajna. He knows past, present and future. They are Trikalajna. So, when he is writing Bhagavatam, this incident is yet to take place. Because after the Vyasa spoke Bhagavatam to Shuka, Shuka spoke that Bhyagavatam to Parikshit. Then Suta Goswami heard that and spoke that to the sages of Narasimha. Now here it comes Vyasa Uvacha. In this second chapter begins Vyasa Uvacha. So Vyasa is narrating what has happened, what is going to happen. Brahma is the ability of Trikalajna. That is why Bhagavatam also talks about lot of future things. Bhagavatam in the second chapter, third chapter, various incarnations are listed. We will go through that in the next upcoming sessions. Because his question is there, no? Leela Avatar, it will be answered in the third chapter. So, in the list of avatars, Buddha avatar also is told. Buddha namna anjana sutaha kikateshu bhavishyati. It is said. Means Buddha came 2500 years back. Bhagavatam is spoken 5000 years back. So it's already predicted Buddha is going to come. And more predictions of the present world is Kali Yuga is given in Bhagavatam in the 12th canto, later stages. But Bhagavatam has this kind of qualities of explaining the future. So Vyasadeva is speaking. That is where we are in today, and we are going to begin the session from there. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtaki Vyasa Uvacha Iti Samprashna Samrushto Vipranam Maharshani Pratipujya Vachastesham Pravaktum Upachakrame. So Vyasa said, what did Vyasa say? Suta Goswami, the son of Romaharshana, his also name is called Ugrashrava, son of Romaharshana. Romaharshana Suta is Suta Goswami's father. Romaharshana Suta is killed by Balram. We'll tell that story some other times in the 10th canto. Being fully satisfied by the perfect questions of Brahmanas, thanked them and thus attempted to reply. He was fully satisfied. Suta Goswami was very happy to hear this question. This is what he was expecting from them. They asked the same question. So this is called asking the appropriate question. What makes sages happy is this. Just like you see in the material world also, suppose you meet a very, very specialist doctor. Some very specialist doctor, getting their appointment is very difficult. After so much you go and meet them. You are suffering in some ailment and you go and sit in front of the doctor. Doctor, can you tell me, will I get a job in the next month? Will doctor be happy to hear this kind of question? You came for what? All the struggle you came, took an appointment to meet me to ask whether will I get job in the next month? That's not an appropriate question to the doctor. You should ask the doctor that I am having leg pain from last 1 month and I am not able to tolerate. Everything is done and can you please give me some solution for my suffering? So when the sages approached Suta Goswami, they asked this question. Entire humanity is suffering. As the Kali Yuga is also approaching, has already started. Prayena Alpaisha Kalau. So all Kali Yuga, everybody is short-lived. Manda Sumanda Mateo Mandagagya. They are very lazy. They are misdirected. Upadritaha. They will be disturbed in this age of Kali. So hence, what is that? Good for all people, can you please tell? So this is an appropriate question. So that made the Suta Goswami very fully satisfied. And he thanked them. He thanked them. Why he thanked them? He thanked them because it is not only Bhagavatam hearer gets benefited, Bhagavatam speaker also gets benefited. So unless there is an opportunity to speak, how will somebody able to speak? So he thanking these audience, sages, that you asked this question, so that I got an opportunity to speak Bhagavatam. So he thanked them. So see the beauty of the conversation. There is no arrogance in the Vedic culture. First all the disciples surrendered to the Guru. And Guru also thanked them. So this is how the reciprocation. You can see this. So then Suta Uvacha, let us chant this verse also. Suta Uvacha, Yam Pravrajantam, Anupetam, Apeta Krutyam, Yam Pravrajantam, Anupeta Apeta Krutyam, Vaipayanaha, Viraha Katara, Ajuhava, Vaipayano Viraha Katara, Ajuhava, Putreti, Tanmayataya, Taravaha, Putreti Tanmayataya Tarobhinedus Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munim Anatosmi Munim Anatosmi Suta Uvacha Yam Pravrajantam Anupeta Apeta Krutyam Vaipayano Viraha Katara Ajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Tarabobhinedus Tam Sarvabhuta Hridayam Munimanatosmi Sutta said, Srila Suta Goswami said, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the great sage Shukadeva Goswami, who can enter the hearts of all. When he went away to take up the renounced order of life sannyasa, leaving home without undergoing reformation by the sacred thread or the ceremonies observed by the higher castes, his father Vyasadeva, fearing separation from him, cried out, "O my son!" Indeed, only the trees which are absorbed in the same feelings of separation echoed in response to the bereaved father. So now Suta Goswami, what did he do as he got an opportunity to speak? First he offered his respectful obeisances to his guru Shukadeva Goswami. That is why whenever we have an opportunity to speak spiritual subject matter, we offer Namo Vishnu Padaya Vishnu Krishnaya. We first offer our respect to our guru. After offering respect to guru, he also glorified guru. What did he say? He went away to take up renounced order of life, leaving home without undergoing reformation by the sacred thread. Actually, Shukadeva Goswami, who is the Shukadeva Goswami's father? Vyasadeva. So the Vyasadeva, the Shukadeva Goswami's mother carried Shukadeva Goswami in the womb for 14 years. So as soon as he took birth, he walked. It's very difficult for us to understand today. For that matter, it's difficult for us to understand how 100 children were born for Gandhari also. So these all earlier days there was very advanced understanding, and also people were having more powers. We are not able to think, because now we are not having those things. Now if we don't know what is happening in the other hall sitting here, we are very limited in this life, because we think everybody is like us. Like they say, those who have jaundice, they see everywhere yellow. So it's not yellow is everywhere. It is your eyes you are seeing. Like somebody said, a doctor told a person, if he has to get cured, he should see only green color. He was told by a king, it seems. You should only see green color. So king came to the palace and ordered, let everywhere green paint should be put. Anybody comes to meet me, he should be painted with the green color and sent inside. I should not see any other color. So then finally one minister suggested, why you struggle like that? You wear a green goggle, no? So everything is solved. So we think by our perspective, we see through our eyes what we think. Maybe at the end of Kali Yuga, when the people's lifespan will become 25 years, then when we tell, earlier people used to live for 100 years, they used to work for 60 years of retirement, and people used to sit and study for college only for 18 years in life. So this and all, if somebody tells, it's all mythology. Because for them at that time they cannot understand. In Dwapara Yuga, the living species itself are bigger in size. Their abilities were different. There is one demon, Muchukunda. He slept in the Dwapara Yuga and got up in Kali Yuga. He went inside a cave and slept during Dwapara Yuga. When he got up, it was Kali Yuga. So when he came out, it is prescribed in the 10th canto. He saw all the trees are small. Everything is so small. He said, what's wrong? This is after a relative world, isn't it? When your tree is small, you are small, for you tree is big only. The world is relative. So we are not able to understand. That is why we are sometimes not able to understand how Krishna lifted Govardhana hill, how Krishna used to walk every day 40 kilometers. So it's very difficult to understand. So our perspective is in one dimension. We think like that. So the mother of Sukadeva Goswami carried him in the womb for 14 years. As he took birth, he walked. Now, we should be interested in the real subject matter. Okay. We had a devotee. Every time he would ask this question. How is 14 years possible? And you forget it. Now you understand what Bhagavata wants to tell you. This is what is important. Okay. This is it. Message is more important. How you don't know. When you take birth in Dwapara, you will come to know. Like somebody asked a question to Prabhupada. Why does Krishna wear peacock feather? You know what did Prabhupada say? When you get liberated, you go back to Goloka Vrindavan, to Krishna's planet, you ask him at that time. Because don't get to defocus these things. Why is there a peacock feather? Now you can't understand what is this peacock feather, what is this flute. In your experience, flute is a matter today. It is made of bamboo or metal or wood, or this is what you can think of. But Krishna's flute is not neither made of wood nor the metal. It is made up of a living being, Sachidananda. Flute itself is a living being. That is the dasa padagalu. Hena sadhana madi Krishnana karabasirito kodalu. There is a song like this. You heard of this? Prabhupada. Hena sadhana madi Krishnana karabasirito kodalu. This kodalu is a living being who did so much of sadhana to be in Krishna's hand, touched by Krishna's lips at every moment. All these alvars, Divya Desham, alvars are incarnation of Krishna's Chanka, Chakra, Gada, ornaments. Everybody living being in the spiritual world. There is no matter in the spiritual world. So we cannot understand. So we should not ask this kind of questions. Why Krishna is wearing peacock? That's a Prabhupada said. When you go back, you ask him. Very difficult to explain. It is just like a first standard boy who is studying in a first standard, first class. He is going and asking the teacher, "Teacher, can you explain me what is trigonometry? What is sin theta? Tell me." Can teacher explain to him? Beta, you cannot understand, grow up, that time you will understand. So, like that, one should be interested in the real purpose, the message of Bhagavatam, not to get lost into certain details. Now, what did Sukadeva Goswami do as soon as he took birth? He took the renounced order, sannyasa. He just walked. He just walked. He never wore dress. He was bare body, naked, he would walk, and he went away. His body was so beautiful. It was almost looking like Krishna. Very attractive, young, 16 years old, a young man. So that was Sukadeva. So he just walked like that. Suta Goswami is glorifying my spiritual master, great sage Sukadeva Goswami. He took renounced law of life and leaving home without undergoing reformation ceremonies. As per the Vedic principles, one has to undergo samskaras. Garbhadana samskara, after janma then so many samskaras. Namakarana samskara, Upanayana samskara, till last, what is that? Ante samskara. So the samskaras from the janma to mrityu, there are samskaras, the reformatory processes told in the Vedic culture, so that knowingly and unknowingly, if you have done some mistakes also, it is taken care of. The culture takes care. If you are a great devotee, actually for you Shraddha need not be done when you die. Because Krishna is doing. But Vedic culture still gives a backup plan. There is something again, the sun is doing the final rites and ensuring, even by mistake if somebody has not slept, so there is an opportunity for you to revive and go back to spiritual. So these are the culture which gives opportunity. And Shukadeva Goswami did not undergo this. In the purport, Srila Prabhupada explains actually, for a devotee, pure devotee, he does not actually require to undergo. When a person, Brahmana, that's a definition. Person who studies all the scriptures and become well versed in the scriptures. First, as soon as person gets the Upanayana Sanskara, he is called Dvija. Dvija means what? Twice born. Twice born. First time he is born with the mother and father. Our mother and father. As soon as Upanayana is done, the Samskara, that person gets born of Vedic scriptures, Vedas and Guru. Veda is compared to mother. Guru is compared to father. That's the Dvija. In the Vedic culture, Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, all three supposed to undergo Upanayana. Your Vaishyas are supposed to undergo Upanayana in the Vedic culture. Only Shudras don't. Because Shudras, they are not interested. They are not interested to progress. They are called Shudras. Shudras' definition is very simple. Those who are not interested to progress in spiritual path are called Shudras. Very simple definition. Their interest is what then? Their interest is enjoying the senses. How can I eat better? How can I sleep better? How can I make better? How can I have defense mechanism, having more bank balance, more money? Only thinking of this. His only goal is that. He only does that. It's called Shudra. So, others who are not Shudras will undergo this reformatory process. So, first is Dvija. After he becomes Dvija, he studies all the literature. Then he becomes Vipra. Vipra means who is well versed in all the scriptures. Then after studying all the scriptures, he practices those and becomes realized. Then he becomes Brahmana. Brahmajanaditi Brahmana. Now the Brahmana, having Brahman realization in the Sattva-guna, if he becomes a devotee of the Lord, he becomes Vaishnava. So this is the natural progress in the Vedic culture. Now what is the process for the women in the Vedic culture? Women in the Vedic culture is that women should be very chaste, and there should be a person, the men of the society also should be elevated like this, Dvija, Vipra, Brahmana. So they together make progress. Women has an important role in the Vedic culture. What is that? First of all, train the child. Woman is a guru for the child taken birth, where the child has to be trained in the right character. That's what mother does. That's an important role of mother. And training the child in the right character and giving support to the husband in all the austerities which he is performing. Not sense enjoyment. Austerities which he is performing. When that happens, the husband's, the tapas, whatever he does, all that phala, 50% goes to the wife. Because wife also has taken so much of austerity to support the husband. So this way, the women has an important role. That's why Arjuna was concerned in Bhagavad Gita. If the women who is spoiled in the society will spoil, because the next generation is trained by. So women has, in the Vedic society, women has a higher level than the men. Not even equal. Now we are talking about equal. Isn't it? In the modern society, equal. Because that is, we forgot that it should be, women position is more than a man in the Vedic society. They are worshipped, they are protected. So Prabhupada explains, in the childhood, the girl is protected by the father. Then when the daughter gets married, then she will be protected by her husband. Then she she grows and husband would have taken vanaprastha, sannyasa, gone away, and now children will take care of the body. So always women should be protected. Women is given all the importance in the society. This is how they also make progress in the way. So then when the husband progresses, equally women progresses, husband goes backward and women. So this is the process. Now, when it comes to Vaishnava, we understood Vija, then we understood Vipra, Brahmana, then we spoke about Vaishnava. Vaishnava means becoming devotee of Lord. All this is finally to achieve Vaishnava. Vedescha sarve ahameva vedyam vedantakrit vedavit eva chaham. All this is for what? Why one is becoming Dvija, one is becoming Vipra, one is Brahmana? For what purpose? Finally, to go back to Krishna, isn't it? Bhaktyama abhijanati. Where is it said? In 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Bhaktyama abhijanati. Yavam yaschasma tattva. 18.55. So now, we want to achieve bhakti is what we are doing this. All the circus of reformation, samskaras, what is the purpose? We maintain good sattva, good samskara, so that we don't get deviated or defocused to the sense enjoyment, material enjoyment. We will be very clear. My life's goal is to achieve Supreme Lord. So want to keep this on track. All these samskaras. All the rules of the society is also meant for this. Our villages, our civilization is also built on this principle. You may know, if you are some small town or village, if you are coming from, you will know. Earlier days in the village, it is not so easy to do sense enjoyment. If a stranger is coming to somebody's home, everybody will see in the village who has come, they will ask. If somebody is going to movie, everybody will come to know he has gone to movie. If the son is doing something, complaint goes to father. Villagers will tell, your son was yesterday going there, he was doing. And somebody wears a different dress, which is not so good, exposing the body, immediately complaint will go to the parent. So that's not easy in the villages, the setup of the Vedic culture to go for sense gratification. That is why today our desire for sense gratification is so much, we comfortably migrate to cities, where nobody knows what you are doing. The person next to your house only does not know what you are doing. It is very good civilization for the sense enjoyment. But all these rules, regulations and processes finally to make us bhakti, create bhakti in our heart. Bhaktya vijanati. So here is another road. One road I said, husband protects the wife and wife serves the husband, and this like this one path. But in Kali Yuga, this path is very difficult. Very difficult to find the people with the common interests. Then there is one more. That is why Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, the 9th chapter, an important verse is there. In this context only Krishna speaks this. You should know this. It says, in the verse number 32 of 9th chapter, Mam hi partha vyapashritya yepisyu papa yonayah striyo vaishyas tatha shudrah tepi yanti param gatim. It is said, O son of Pluta, those who take shelter in me, Mam hi partha vyapashritya. Krishna is saying, anybody takes my shelter, though they may be lower born, they may be of lower birth. Women, Vaishyas, as well as Shudras can approach the supreme destination. This verse was on the controversy for some time, long ago. Somebody said, you see, in the Hindu Dharma, the God is saying, women, Vaishyas, Shudras as Papayonayaha, lower birth people. No, this is not the context which Krishna is talking. Krishna is talking as per the earlier Vedic culture when the things was very refined. That time there is a process for Shudras to progress, there is a process for Vaishyas to progress, there is a process for women to progress from that culture point of view. But today, if you take shelter of Krishna, those who take shelter of Krishna can approach the supreme destination directly. That is why when Srila Prabhupada went to America, in ISKCON, he did not consider men and women are two different. He said both can become devotees. If they become devotees, both are equal. In ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada gave Brahmana Diksha even to women. In India, we don't practice much. But in the foreign ISKCON temples, you will see the women pujaris doing arati in the temple. So acharyas can do such changes. So taking this as a principle, the Vaishnava or Vaishnavi is above Brahmana, above Kshatriya, above Vaishya, is above all those things. Because ultimately that is the goal, to become Vaishnava or receive bhakti is what you are doing everything. You have directly got it. Then why it is a necessity of doing other things? So approaching Krishna or surrendering to Krishna, becoming a Vaishnava is a direct process. Not only women, not only Shudras, even animals. Gajendra was liberated. An animal by performing bhakti, isn't it? In Chaitanya Lila, one dog was liberated. So this is the understanding. Now hence, Suta Goswami, being a liberated personality, is a devotee. He actually does not require to undergo any reformatory process. Hence he walked. As he walked out, father, the Vyasadeva, cried out, "Oh my son!" Why? It's a father's responsibility to ensure that son is taken all sanskaras. So Vyasadeva became very concerned of this. So he cried, "Oh my dear son, oh my son." But he is crying, but son has gone away. Indeed, only the trees which were absorbed in the same feelings of separation echoed the response of the bereaved father. So this is the level of detachment and vairagya which my Guru Suta Goswami had. That is what Suta Goswami is glorifying, is a sense of detachment in this verse. And before speaking, he glorifies this. Then comes the next verse. Please repeat. Yasvanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atiti Tirshatam Tamondham Samsarinam Karunayaha Puranaguhyam Tam Vyasasunum Upayami Gurum Muninam Yasvanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saramekam Yasvanubhavam Akhila Shruti Saramekam Adhyatma Deepam Atititishatam Tamondham Adhyatma Deepam Atititishatam Tamondham Samsarinam Karnayaha Purana Guhyam Samsarinam Karnayaha Purana Guhyam Katham Vyasa Sonam Upayami Gurum Munina. So, the Suta Goswami says, let me offer my respectful obeisances unto him, Shuka, the spiritual master of all sages, the son of Vyasadeva, who out of his great compassion for those gross materialists who struggle to cross over the darkest regions of the material existence, spoke this most confidential supplement to the cream of the Vedic knowledge after having personally assimilated it by experience. Now you should know one thing. The sages of Naimisharanya did not ask Suta Goswami to speak Bhagavatam. They did not say you speak as Bhagavatam. They asked a simple question. What is good for people in general? Now we understand from this verse, good for the people in general is what he has spoken, the most confidential supplement to the cream of Vedic knowledge. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. So, hearing Bhagavatam, discussing Bhagavatam, knowing Bhagavatam will help us to cross the, who have struggled, cross over the darkest region of the material existence. Those who are stuck in this material world, it's a great light, Adhyatma Deepam. It's a Deepam, it's a light for those who are stuck in the darkest regions of the material existence. That Vedic knowledge. And after having personally assimilated it, he not only spoke about it, he personally experienced it. And he gave this knowledge out of his compassion, out of his great compassion for the living entities who are suffering in this world. Now, here it is important for us to realize that we, the living beings in this world, are suffering in the darkest regions of the material. There is no end. You know, the karma is so bonding that it is not so easy to take. It is that if you take, say, 100 rupees from somebody and you are not given back, you have to take but again to give back. Every due will be settled before you go back to spiritual world. Everything has to be settled. Not even you can have unhappiness with one person in this world. You cannot have any obligation to any person in this world. Is it possible to achieve with our ability? That is why you are called stuck in the darker region of the material. Unless the external help, you cannot actually cross this by your strength. To give that 100 rupees, you will take another person 100 rupees. Or 10 rupees from 10 people. You get stuck. And you go more also to receive from that person you have to take. So it's a very complicated mesh of material existence. That is why the material existence is called Bhavasagara. What is the Bhavasagara means? Sagara means ocean. Bhava means like we say Sumangali Bhava, Ayushman Bhava. Bhava means become. In Sanskrit, Bhava means become. Bhava Sagara means the Sagara of becoming again and again one or other species of life in this world. Now human being, next time on donkey, after that one tiger. So you keep on becoming and becoming. So Bhava Sagara. So this is considered a Sagara because even the expert swimmer cannot cross the ocean. Even the athlete who has got gold medal in swimming, drop him in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Can he come back? He cannot. The ocean is unlimitedly large, vast. He cannot come. We are in a Bhavasagara. Who is picking us from this Bhavasagara? The Lord. Lord is ready to pick us up from this Bhavasagara. So that is why this body is compared, human body in this Bhavasagara, the human body is compared to a boat. You need a boat to cross. Then the boat is not sufficient. boat has to move in the right direction. Who gives the direction to the boat? The captain. Who is the captain of the boat compared to Guru, the spiritual master? Then earlier the boats were sailors, like goes by the wind. It has windshield. And it's not sufficient you have a boat and you have a captain. You also need a breeze, favorable breeze. That favorable breeze is Vedic literatures, Vedas, Puranas, scriptures. So, Guru is the captain, human body is the boat, and favorable breeze is a Vedic knowledge. With this, we can cross Bhavasagar. So that Vedic knowledge, the cream of the confidential supplement of the knowledge supplement is given here, and he spoke out of compassion. Okay, this verse all of you know. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye. This is why we chant this verse every time before starting Bhagavatam. Suta Goswami chanted this verse before speaking Bhagavatam. What is the meaning of this? Meaning of this is, before reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, which is the very means of conquest, one should offer respectful obeisances unto the personality of Godhead, Narayana. Narayana Namaskritya. Unto Naranarayana Rishi, the supermost human being. Unto the Mother Saraswati, Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Unto the Mother Saraswati, the goddess of learning. Unto Srila Vyasadeva. We need the blessings of everybody. This is another important point for Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. We should not be arrogant. Oh, I am now devotee of Krishna. These and all devatas. These are, they don't know. Ganesha, Saraswati. I am directly in touch with Modi. I don't care for MP, Member of Parliament and all these things. DC and you are not important. No, I am directly in touch. That is, if we carry that attitude, that is not liked by the Lord. We have to respect what is our position in front of the devatas, in front of Ganesha, in front of Indra, in front of Chandra. What is our position? We are in a gutter. We have fallen into gutter. We are in a so dirty existence of this material world. There are so elevated beings. They can see Vishnu. They can talk to Vishnu. Can you talk and see Vishnu? So we should know our position. And devotees should never become arrogant. Rather, should beg the mercy. We should worship the devatas for their mercy to progress in bhakti. That is the right attitude of a Vaishnava. Vaishnavas are more respectful. That is why once when Srila Prabhupada was in America, some Christian countries, I think Australia, one man asked, "Do you believe in Jesus? Do you respect Jesus?" Prabhupada replied, "Yes, more than you." Because Jesus is a devotee of God. Based on time, place, circumstances, he has given a message. For those people who were so fallen, you cannot give them the message of bhakti. Where bhakti? First they have to stop doing nonsense. In the Bhagavad Gita, you all underwent Bhagavad Gita course. Did anywhere Krishna say, you should not drink, you should not smoke, you should not steal others' property? Means, you are who studying in Sanatana Dharma, studying Bhagavad Gita, you are expected to know and practice all those things before coming here. Then the next level comes. But what was happening in the West during the 2000 years back? They were leading an animalistic life. First of all, they have to stop doing crime. That's why he said, "Thou shalt not be killed." Now, one of the 10 commandments of the Christianity. What is that? Thou shalt not be killed. Thou shalt not kill, I think, something. It's old English. Thou shalt not kill. Means you should not kill anybody. Then Christians want to kill after that. Jesus left. So they changed the commandment. I had a copy of Bible I was reading. There it is a 10th commandment. You shall not murder. They made that. They changed the Bible into kill to murder. Because murder applies only to human beings. So now they can comfortably kill other species of life. You see? Prabhupada asked this question to many people. Challenged all priests, church priests and pastors when they come and meet. Your commandment is thou shalt not. Why are you killing? Prabhupada used to ask them. So Jesus is a devotee of Lord. So we as a devotees of the Lord, we have great respect. Even for Lord Shiva, we have more respect than those so-called Shiva devotees who keep the Shiva and put disco dance and dance in front of Shiva. And smoke ganja, saying that I am a devotee. Shiva is not happy to see this. Shiva has taken certain attire to make ghosts and spirits comfortable to approach him. So that they can approach him and they can liberate them. Not to imitate. That's why Prabhupada said, if you say Shiva is smoking, I am smoking, Shiva also drank hala hala. You drink poison and survive and come, then you can smoke. Then we will give you. So, we Vaishnavas are actually should be more devoted to the Devatas than these demigod worshippers who goes to Devatas. Antavant phalam tesham tadbhavati alpame dasam. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Antavant phalam tesham. That phalam is antavantum, is a temporary. Those who are less intelligent go to these Devatas and ask for give me this, give me that, give me that. But Vaishnavas, devotees of Krishna, should not go to Devatas like that. We should go to Devatas and pray. My dear Ganesha, remove all Vigna from my path of devotional service. Go to Shiva and beg for his mercy. Vaishnavanam yato shambhu. You are so elevated and exalted personality. Please bless me with those qualities. So we should approach the Devatas right perspective. You can see here, Suta Goswami is saying, Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tadote. Saraswati is very powerful Devata. She can make you think rightly, make you speak rightly, make you understand. She has so much power. You know, in the Ramayana, Ravana, Kumbhakarna, all this great tapasya. For 10,000 years they did tapasya. Ravana was chopping off his head. Every 1,000 years, one head. 9,000 years, 9 head he has cut off. Last one head was remaining. When Kumbhakarna was doing great tapasya. Without tapasya itself, they are so powerful. It is said Kumbhakarna, after growing, he went to Sargaloka and started eating all the devatas. So powerful. And they are doing tapasya. And Ravana is also doing tapasya. When the Lord appeared to give boon, Devatas went and fell at the feet of the Lord. Please don't give boon to this Kumbhakarna. Without boon only he is a laziness. If you give boon, what will happen? But Lord said, you see, he has done tapasya. I am obliged to give him. It's the law of the nature which I created. So I am obliged by the law of the nature, I have to give. But still I will find a way. Then Lord ordered Saraswati to enter to the tongue of Kumbhakarna and ask what is favorable for Devatas. Then the tongue came for Kumbhakarna. Lord asked, what do you want? I will grant your boon for you. Grant a boon for you. Kumbhakarna said, I want to sleep. Once a year, one day I should be getting up, all the days I want to sleep. Lord said, Tata, and left. Then Kumbhakarna said, what did I ask? 10,000 years I did tapasya to sleep, to ask a boon to sleep. Devatas wanted him to sleep. If he gets up, he will create a lot of problems. So he wanted him to sleep. Saraswati, yes. influenced Kumbhakarna to ask this boon of Siddhi. So Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayanti. She is asking worship, praying to Goddess Saraswati. Before reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, we offer our respect to all these devatas. Then the last verse of the first section, fifth verse. Please repeat. Munayah sadhu prushtoham bhavadvirlokamangalam yadkritah krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati munayah sadhu prushtoham bhavadvirlokamangalam yadkritah krishna samprashno yenatma suprasidati. O sages, I have been justly questioned by you. Your questions are worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna, so are relevant to the world's welfare. Only questions of this sort are capable of completely satisfying the self. It's a very important piece of information. This question has become worthy because they relate to Lord Krishna. Anything related to Krishna has importance in this world. Anything not related to Krishna has no value in this world. So ultimately it is not for our good. Prabhupada said, all our qualifications, I have done my BSc, BTech, MTech, PhD, it's all material qualifications is like a zero. How many zeros you write has no value unless there is one meaning for it. All that qualification and qualities and ability I have, it has some meaning if I use it in the service of Krishna. Otherwise, when you die, that is over. New life, even if you take a human body in the next life, you have to start from LKG, UKG, first standard, ABCD, or again learn. Again you have to get degree. Again you have to earn bank balance. There is no value. On the other side, if you use it in Krishna's service, your wealth, your ability, next life Krishna will give you much more than that to serve him again because you are in the right consciousness. Shrutinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Vijayate. Bhagavad Gita Krishna. Srimatam Gehe. Shrutinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Brashto Vijayate. Those who are incomplete in their spiritual life and never, they take birth again in the family of aristocratic or family of a Brahmana or devotee. So that's why Lord Krishna's topic is relevance, and when you discuss about Lord Krishna and hear about his pastimes, hear about the Lord, Yenatma Suprasidati, you become completely satisfied. Nothing else will give us satisfaction in this world. Only bhakti, love, or devotional service to Krishna will give satisfaction to us. So with this we end today. Gunakara Srimad Bhagavatam ki